Ladies and gentlemen, June 22nd, 1941, Nazi Germany kicks off Operation Barbarossa, the largest land invasion in human history. Over 3 million German soldiers flood into the Soviet Union. Cities fall, civilians flee. The Red Army scrambles. And in the middle of this chaos, in Kyiv, Ukraine, a 24-year-old history student hears the call. Her name, Lyudmila Pavlichenko. She doesn't panic, she doesn't freeze. She marches to a recruitment office, grabs a rifle, and walks into the war. While you're out here struggling to decide what to have for lunch, she was casually preparing to snipe Nazis. Before the war, Lyudmila was just a history nerd with a deadly hobby. She studied at Kyiv University, dreaming of academia. But when other students were joining chess clubs, she was joining shooting ranges. Just your classic student life balance, essays by day, target practice by night. And she was competitive, like uncomfortably good. She said she started shooting just to prove she could outscore the neighborhood boys. Spoiler, she did. A lot. When Germany invades the USSR in summer 1941, Lyudmila walks into the Red Army recruitment office like a boss. The officer looks at her and says, "You should be a nurse."
Nope.
Wrong answer. She replies, "I came to kill fascists." That moment, the start of her 309-kill career. You can barely write a grocery list without getting distracted, and she was out here casually joining sniper school. To prove she was serious, she shot 2 enemy POWs during her assessment. Clean, calm, no hesitation. That was her version of a job interview. By August 1941, she's deployed to Odessa, a strategic port city on the Black Sea. German and Romanian troops are closing in. The siege is brutal, trenches, bombings, and constant bloodshed. But Lyudmila, she racks up 187 confirmed kills in just 75 days. That's 2.5 Nazis a day. What did you do this week? Clean your inbox? She cleaned up Axis forces. Her squad mates stopped seeing her as that girl and start seeing her as a one-woman war machine. By October, Soviet forces are forced to retreat from Odessa to Sevastopol in Crimea. The city becomes a fortress under fire, and Lyudmila's kill count keeps rising. The siege of Sevastopol drags on for 250 days. Temperatures drop, ammunition runs low, the Germans are pressing hard. And through it all, Lyudmila is in the rubble, crawling through minefields, waiting hours for the perfect shot. At one point, she goes head-to-head with a German sniper in a duel that lasts 3 days. 3 days! You can't even wait 30 minutes for your food delivery without refreshing the app. She waited in the dirt with a scope. She wins the duel, as she always does. By June 1942, her confirmed kill count hits 309, including 36 enemy snipers. She's so feared that the Nazis print wanted posters with her name on them. Hitler himself wants her gone. When Hitler personally wants you dead, you're doing something very right. Then a mortar strike hits. Lyudmila is badly injured, shrapnel in her face and body. She's pulled from the front lines. Sevastopol falls in July 1942, but Lady Death lives. The Soviets realize they have a secret weapon, not just a sniper, but a symbol. So they do something no one saw coming. They send her to America. September 1942, Lyudmila Pavlichenko becomes the first Soviet citizen to be received by the US president. She's 25 years old, still healing from shrapnel wounds, still deadly. She arrives in full uniform and with zero patience for nonsense. And what do American reporters ask her? Do you wear makeup on the battlefield? Are you single? Do you think killing people makes you less feminine? She had just survived sniper duels and bombed out cities, and now she's stuck answering BuzzFeed-level questions. Then came Chicago. She steps on stage in front of thousands and drops this. "Gentlemen, I am 25 years old. I have killed 309 fascist invaders. Don't you think, gentlemen, that you have been hiding behind my back for too long?" Boom! Mic drop. Room silent. crowd explodes. You could almost hear every guy in the room rethink his entire life. She tours the country with Eleanor Roosevelt, becomes an icon, and even shoots targets at a US range. Bullseyes every time. The Americans start realizing this isn't just a story. This is a weapon in a uniform. She returns to the USSR later that year, a living legend. She never returns to combat but goes back to her studies. She becomes a historian, a teacher, a quiet mentor to the next generation of soldiers. Imagine showing up late to class and realizing your professor has 309 confirmed kills. You're sitting there with your coffee, and she's wondering how fast she could disassemble it into a rifle. Lyudmila died in 1974, at the age of 58. She was buried in Moscow with full military honors. No parades, no statues, just legacy. She wasn't just Lady Death, she was a reminder that heroes don't always look like what you expect. Sometimes they wear glasses, they study history, they start as the girl no one takes seriously, and then they terrify Hitler. So if you're sitting there thinking you haven't done much lately, hey, same here. But maybe take the stairs today. Baby steps. This was the story of Lyudmila Pavlichenko. Sniper, scholar, savage. A woman who made history flinch. And next time on this channel, meet the soldier who fought World War II without ever firing a gun. Yes, really. You'll want to see this one. So hit subscribe before Lady Death comes looking.